Hey, here it is. Another episode. I'm back. I don't know if this is your first time, or your second time, or you've watched them all. This is Take the Pizza. I'm your host, Mike Stigs. And we're going to shut this down so you could hear what's going on. What's today? January 10th, 2018. So far, this year has been going good for me because, I'm 9 for 9. 9 for 9. Not on the sports betting. On the sports betting, I'm 19 wins, 8 losses, and that's 70%. So the picks I'm giving out are rocking. But I'm 9 for 9 this year working out. So that's good. Today's the 10th. I didn't work out yet. I don't work out in the daytime. If I go to the gym, it's 3, 4 in the morning. I don't want to be around 200 people in the gym. Some people go, they got to work out in a group. I don't understand that part. They go with like 5 people, and then they go sit in one of the machines, and then all 5 people got to do a set. So, if you want to use that machine, it's a 3-hour wait, because I don't understand why you work out. You work out with maybe 1 or 2 people max. 2 is the max. You don't go. It's not a movie. You're not going to a Yankee game or a Dodger game or a Vegas Golden Knight game. You go to the gym. You don't go. If you're taking 2 cars full of people to the gym, you're doing this wrong. Might as well open your own gym. But yeah, sometimes you go in 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and the place is packed, and then you get the group. Then you got the people all day. They're on. They go sit down. They're doing the bench press, and then the guy's over here on his phone, like an idiot sitting there. Yeah, I'm at the gym. I'm working out. You didn't do anything. You're on your phone the whole time. Here's at the gym, 2 hours. You worked out 2 minutes. Put the phone in your pocket. You're taking the selfies. Someone wants to use this equipment over here, and you think this is a photo shoot. So that's why I have to work out at 3 in the morning. So that's why. Because when I go at 3 in the morning, there's like 7 people, and 5 of them work there. They're the ones cleaning the windows and wiping the floor. I never see them cleaning the equipment though. They clean everything but the equipment. I see one guy. He was actually washing his car, but he had the mop bucket. And he was using the mop. He was putting the mop on the hood. And the guy's like, "You want me to do your cars?" No, do my own car. They have car washes. You drive in. You put the car in neutral. And then they get the little roller. Will move the car through. Or you go to those self ones. You just sit there and the machine moves. But I'm not gonna let you wash my car with a mop. So that's not. So anyway, I'm 9 for 9, working out. So I work out today. It'll be 10 for 10. See, the goal here is I want to lose 100 pounds this month. And so far, today's the 10th of January. I've lost a total of 1 pound. So I got 99 pounds to go, and it's going to be close. I got 3 weeks left, but it's going to be close. I'm probably going to need an extra 3, 4 hours in the month, and I should pull it off. So that's the goal. That's my New Year's resolution. It was 100 pounds by February 1st. Yeah, so I could do it. I could always cut a leg or 2 off. So anyway, so this is the episode. The picks last week for football, they rocked. Making some money on that. And a friend of mine he's like, I watched the show last week. The only funny thing was the thing on Little Susie. And I'm like, that's the only thing that was, what are you kidding me? Meanwhile, yesterday, Johnny Vegas was in the studio before we went down to the sports book, and so he watched a video, and he said it was really funny. Meanwhile, the whole time he's watching the video, I count how many times he laughed. So in 25 minutes, he laughed 9 times. So that's a lot of laughs right there. Because sometimes you watch a comedy show on Comedy Central, you might laugh like 4 or 5 times.
9 times. 9 times. I don't remember him being sick 9 times.
Yeah, so 9 times. I don't know if you heard that because it didn't come through my headphones. So, corner guy, what you do? Maybe they heard it, maybe they didn't. But anyway, so I was playing the Ferris Bueller. I don't remember him missing nine days of school. So that's what. So anyway, Johnny Vegas said it was funny, especially the quack quack thing. So, because he knows because he's Johnny Vegas is from New York City. He's from the Bronx, but he's out here. He's called Johnny Vegas. In New York, they now call him Johnny Vegas, but that wasn't his name when he was in New York. So, so he says it was funny, and so the other guy, a friend of mine, was like, "Yeah, the only thing was funny was that little Susie thing." But he goes, "Why don't you come and do my podcast?" All right, so you didn't like mine, but you want me to do your podcast. So yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. But so the other day, I gotta slow down because I just jump. I bounce around too much. I jump from one subject to another subject. But the other day, I took my dog to the vet to get its teeth cleaned. So I go over there and they're like, well, the rabies shot's good, but the dog needs like 2 or 3 other shots. So we'll take care of the shots because we can't clean the teeth without the shots. Doesn't make sense because the shots don't go in the dog's mouth. But anyway, it's probably a way of upselling. So anyway, so I do the shots. Then I say we're gonna take some X-rays before we clean the teeth, and if we find anything, we're gonna call you because maybe we gotta pull one of the teeth because the dog is 9 years old. I thought the dog was 6 years old, but then I find out it's 9 years old. It's like a tree. You gotta cut it down and you count the rings. Every ring is a year. So anyway, so this dog is 9 years old, and I had to get the teeth professionally cleaned. So so they said they're gonna call me. So all right, we're gonna call you after we take the X-ray if we find anything, and then you got to give us the okay to, if we got to pull a tooth or 2 teeth or whatever it is. So I drop the dog off. I go home, and then 3 hours later they call. Meanwhile, I was sitting there. Mariachi's asking me. She's like, "What's going on with the dog?" I said, they said they're gonna do X-rays, and if they call, if they find something, they're gonna call before they do the teeth, and then I gotta give them an okay. So it's 3 hours. I didn't hear that from them. So I was like, "Oh, so that must be good, because how long does it take to do X-rays?" So if they found something, they would have called. So I guess the dog's doing good because they don't call. But they called 3 hours later, and I said, all right, so the dog needs to have 4 small teeth removed. The 2 in the front, 2 in the top front, so the really small teeth. And so it's going to be an extra $100 or $150 or whatever. And I'm like, wow, took a long time to get the X-rays. They said, oh, no. Well, we already cleaned the teeth, and we found 4 teeth are loose. So we need the okay if you want to pull them. So wait a minute. I was like, all right, you know what? Let's build in 7. Let's pull it, right? So they take out the teeth. So I hang up the phone and I'm thinking, they said they were gonna call. They're gonna call if they find something before they clean the teeth. So now they clean the teeth, and now all of a sudden there's 4 loose teeth. Meanwhile, I said that. I was like, you said you're gonna call if you find something before you clean the teeth. So the way, critical thinking. If you don't, if you're not really a sheep, and you take for whatever everybody says. You sit there and you think, you do critical thinking. It's like, okay, so maybe the teeth were fine. They clean the teeth, and they use like a sander or a grinder or something, and then and then a toothbrush, and then all of a sudden maybe they grind it too much and the teeth are loose. So they're like, hey, what, we'll call and just say, hey, we found some loose teeth. We're gonna have to pull them now. So that's what I think happened. I think I'm never gonna take the dog to get its teeth cleaned because I got another dog. See, the other dog is 13 years old or 12 years old. That dog, it's too old for that because you got to put the dog to sleep. My mother told me that this is like, yeah, we got to put the dog to sleep. We're gonna clean the teeth. I was like, yeah. I had a tooth pulled once. I had to do comedy one night, so I didn't want to go through all the bullshit. So I took the Novocaine and an anesthesia and I pulled the tooth. You wake up like 20 minutes later, everything's gone. Well, not everything, but one of the tooth is gone. Hopefully, it's the right tooth. And then I had to go do comedy over at the Venetian. So that was fun. That was a good show. I didn't expect to be on painkillers doing comedy, and the show was good. It was better than even that guy that said there's a show. The last week, the only good thing was the little Susie bit. He was there, and he even said it was good. And he does comedy also. So usually comedians don't say, yeah, you did really good. No, usually comedians will sit there and go, yeah, it was all right. That's the way it is. Even if you go to open mic, you have a whole bunch of comedians. You're testing out material, and if you get a whole room with just comedians and you get one or two laughs, it's a really good joke because comedians will not sit there and laugh because they hear everything all the friggin' time. You hear jokes after joke after joke after joke. After an hour, you're like, I don't want to hear another damn thing out of anybody's mouth. So if you could get a comedian to laugh watching your show, that's a good joke right there. All right, so that's it. So the dog's got the teeth cleaned. $555 later. So where's Pepsi with my sponsor? I need $555 to cover the dog's teeth cleaning. Is that expensive? These teeth are small. Maybe if they pulled the teeth first, it would be cheaper because there would be 4 less teeth to clean. That's the thing. Did they clean the 4 teeth that they were going to pull? Or like, all right, let's skip these. And if he says pull them, building 7 these teeth, we don't have to clean those teeth. Because that's how you work smart. If you know you're going to pull 4 teeth, why clean them? That's how a smart worker is. A hard worker will clean. Let's clean all the teeth and then pull them. That's the difference between a hard worker and a smart worker. All right, so everybody, like 3 people, like the weather was funny. So I'm going to do the weather right now. So in Las Vegas, it's 60 degrees. It's 62 in Phoenix. What's the computer saying right now? It's 64 in LA, 63 in Atlanta, 74 in Miami, and in Chicago and Seattle are both 45. The Seattle and Chicago are not next to each other, but the temperatures are the same. It's probably like 1,800 miles in between the two, but the temperatures are the same. And New York City and Boston, they're kind of close. It's like a 4-hour drive or 3.5 hour, depending on traffic. They're both at 37, Boston and New York City. So that's the local weather, the United States weather. I'm gonna call the United States the local weather, and then maybe if anybody's still listening, I'll do the rest of the world. How's that? Is that a good idea? I didn't think so. Yeah, it's not a good idea. So what are we gonna talk about next? I need to get some water. So where's Pepsi with my sponsor? Can you see me this week? Last week you didn't see anything. Yeah, I'm gonna put my. I went to a black screen right there. Hey, how you doing? The camera moved. All right, where's Pepsi with my sauce? Aquafina. Still got the label off because you're not paying me. You know, drink Gatorade. Isn't that like by Pepsi? And then drink Pepsi. That's owned by Pepsi. I'm about 93% sure that Pepsi's owned by Pepsi. And then, okay, let's do the world weather. You want the world weather? All right. I got it written down right here. All right, Melbourne or Australia? Or is it Melbourne? Well, nobody's burning today. It's 62 degrees. And then in Castiglione, Sicily, it is a hot 48 degrees. I didn't know Sicily was cold. 48's a little cold for, it's 60 here in Vegas. It's 48 in Sicily. Sicily is that same island I was talking about in the Mediterranean last week, right off the coast of Italy. It's a part of Italy. It's the one I was talking about, the flag. One guy actually emailed me and said, yeah, first of all, Stigs is not an Italian name, and you're disrespecting the Sicilian flag. And I was like, you know what? Sugu Mugats. How's that? Sugu Mugats. And then Cancun, Mexico, 78 degrees. And then Rio is 84. And then what's the last one we got over here? Oh, Moscow, 21 degrees. It's cold in Moscow. I was watching that Rocky movie, when he went to Moscow, and there was a lot of snow, though. All the cars there needed the chains. You had to put the tire chains on. And Dubai is 68 degrees. Dubai is, the middle of the desert over there in the Middle East. And Miami is hotter than Dubai. I figure it'd be like, 104, 105. There's no grass there. It's all sand. Unless, they put that fake grass for grass. But anyway, it's supposed to be, what's it, the World Cup, I think, is over there next time. That's the soccer. The World Cup is soccer. So anyway, I should do the picks, right? I should have did the picks in the beginning. Yeah, do it in the beginning, right? All right, well, let's just say this is the beginning then. All right, welcome to Take the Pizza. And this week's picks is real simple. Got the Falcons. I'm actually going to give 3. I usually don't give points, but on this time, without Carson Wentz as the quarterback, I don't think the Eagles are that good. I mean, the rest of the team is good, but the quarterback that they got for a backup is ridiculous. I don't know. I'm not going to blast his name. But anyway, so I'm going to take the Falcons -3 and the Steelers money line. All right, so that's the picks this week. Falcons -3, Steelers money line. And I mentioned the Vegas Golden Knights before. I just bought my tickets. I made 2 bets at the start of the season. One was for the Vegas Golden Knights at +2,000 to win the Stanley Cup. And everybody's like, "You out of your mind? Are you kidding me?" Yeah. Well, now what do you think? Vegas Golden Knights are in first place in the West, and they're the second best team in all of NHL right now. Okay, so how's that? Yeah, I made that bet before they even picked the teams. That's why I got a good deal on that. And I knew they were going to get Fleury. I didn't know what they were going to do on the rest of that, but I knew they were getting Fleury. And then, so the best team in hockey right now is the Tampa Bay Lightning. And they got 5 points more than Vegas. You win one game, you get 2 points. You get a tie, you get 1 point. And if you lose, you get 0. But they've played 2 more games than Vegas. The Vegas is 29 wins and 10 losses. And Tampa Bay is 31-9. So that's but Tampa Bay's played 2 more games. But the other bet I made was the New Jersey Devils. They were like one of the worst teams last year. They got the first pick of the draft, and they took Nico Hischier, number 13 on the Jersey Devils there, and so they're not that good compared to Tampa Bay and Vegas. Let me scroll down here. I'm on the NHL. All right, so they're 22-11. So they're like in second place or third place in the division. So anyway, I'm going to go to that game. Right, so I'm going to go March 14th. I'll be at the Vegas Golden Knights, and the New Jersey Devils are coming to town here in Vegas to play the Vegas Golden Knights. And I've been a Devils fan for since 1986. I've been a Vegas Golden Knights fan since 2 years ago when they decided they were coming here. The NHL was like, forget Canada. We're not going to do another team in Canada. We're going to do a team in the desert. And then everybody's like, are you kidding me? You're going to put a hockey team in the desert? That's not going to work. Yeah, that's why the games are all sold out. I tried to go to the Ranger game last week. It was sold out. Yeah, so it's working. It's working. I see more Vegas Golden Knights shirts than UNLV Rebel shirts. You used to see, Rebel or UNLV shirts all over the place. And the football team is ridiculous. And the basketball team used to be good about 5 years ago. And then almost every team makes the playoffs, the March Madness. UNLV hasn't made it for like 3-4 years now. So this is a friend of mine. He was going to get, because he's got a big company out here, he was going to get season tickets. He had the option to get season tickets to the Vegas Golden Knights. He decided to get his season tickets for the UNLV Rebels at the Thomas and Mack. And so now he's sitting there going, I should have listened to you. I should have got the Golden Knights tickets. But I didn't think the Vegas was going to be good. Most people think they weren't going to be good. The problem is, you rather go see amateurs or you rather go see professionals. Even if Vegas wasn't good this year, you go see all the teams that are coming in that are good. You got season tickets. You go to all the games. What's the difference? When the LA Kings come to town, you go to that game. But here he is. He's like, I should have listened to you. It's like, yeah, always take professionals over amateurs. That's UNLV or any colleges. That's amateurs. They're not getting paid to play. A lot of them should get paid to play. A lot of them the teams make a lot of money. I mean, not the teams. The schools make a lot of money. They should kick back because, if you go to college, and you get a scholarship to play basketball, but, there's a lot of running. There's a lot of jumping. There's a lot of shooting. That's work. These kids should get paid. I'm not just talking about football and basketball. Even girls volleyball, soccer, softball, baseball, all of them. They all should get paid. It's work. You try running up and down a court or jumping and trying to spike a volleyball. It ain't easy. You could go work at Burger King and flip a hamburger. You pay minimum wage. All right, so give these people minimum wage. So they're working harder than people at Burger King, especially football players and hockey. UNLV hockey is actually good. You got to check one of those games out. So these college kids are actually working. Even if they're getting a scholarship, they still should make at least minimum wage. And if they do good, then they should get like $15 an hour. That's the way it should be. I think college players should get paid, even if they're getting a scholarship. Or they could have the option. Be like, you want the scholarship, or do you want to get paid? What if you just get paid half the time and scholarship the other half? So that's what I think. This is work. That's football, even weightlifting, fencing. That's a big sport somewhere in the world. It's like fake swords or something. So that's what I say. Everybody should get paid. So Vegas Golden Knights are rocking. This is live in Vegas. It's taped right now. Well, it's being taped, but it was live right now. When you watched it, it's not live anymore. It's a tape of the live part. So this is Take the Pizza. And next week will be another great show. I think last week's episode was more funnier than this one. Meanwhile, he's like, the only thing was the little Susie thing. Meanwhile, it's 2:25 here in Las Vegas. Quack, quack. Don't forget the picks over here. Don't forget the picks. Falcons, -3. Steelers, money line. I'm Mike Stigs. Take the Pizza. Subscribe, like, share, comment. If you don't like it, throw a comment down. If you do like it, throw another comment down. Oh, I'm not on microphone. All right, I'm out. There's a picture of the ceiling.